Hey, guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We're talking about Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia to face Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade at NXT Halloween Havoc. Get the likes as best you come to the Pink Square Circle. We're going to talk about Stephanie Vaquer's PLE debut at Halloween Havoc and his tag team matchup. Let's get more into that. We are going to talk about upcoming match that has been announced. As I stated before, the tag team match has been set at Halloween Havoc. We have Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez versus Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this match up. Now, let's get into it, guys. Now, with this match here, we got to see what the odds are going to be for each team. Who's going to win this matchup? Who's going to lose this matchup? Because it could go either way, honestly. It could either Cora and Roxanne win, or they may lose. Well, we're going to go over some scenarios of what may or may not happen regarding this whole thing of who's going to win what, who's going to lose what. Because it could be a situation where we may get an appearance, maybe turn of events. It could be a number of things, guys. And like I said, I knew it would come down to this. It's pretty much going the way I predicted it. I said this on Pink Square Circle. I said that Cora will come back. I said Julie will get screwed. I said that before, and now it seems like it's becoming a reality. As been said before, and it's not so much a shocker. So I knew it would go down like this. I even, before this match was even made, I even had this set up in my mind how this was going to go. If you guys remember, check on Pink Square Circle, I had this very, very well thought out how this would go. I knew it would come down to this situation where it would be these two because they had a bone to pick with each other. And I said it too, former rivals would team up, friends will reunite. That's the whole situation with both these teams. I have said that before, that that's the way things will go at the end of the day. And it seemed like I'm right. But like I said, we gotta see what the next step's gonna be with these matches. Now, let's get into it. One situation is Cora and Roxanne may actually lose. They may lose this matchup, meaning that the team of Giulia and Stephanie may be so dominant that it causes them to lose the match. Cora and Roxanne may even have chemistry issues. Despite the history of these women being NXT Tag Team Champions and being real life friends as well, they may actually lose the match. It could come to the point where Roxanne got the ego in her because she's the NXT Women's Champion, and it could come the ego of Cora thinking because she helped Roxanne keep her belt against Giulia that they deserve that they should get the advantage. It may cost them a match. It may cost them a match, and it may even cause friction between Cora and Roxanne, causing Cora to come for Roxanne's NXT Women's Championship. So it may come to that, and it may come to Roxanne thinking, "Who are you? You know what you're doing?" And maybe Roxanne will catch on to Cora's agenda because Cora did turn on Roxanne before. She may even hit her with, "I know what you did."
I didn't know that. You know what you did. I know what you're talking about. I was fair and square. You know what you did.
So it may come to that between these two, causing these two to lose the matchup at NXT Halloween Havoc. So do not be surprised if these two lose the match, even though they may be seen favored to win. It's a very good possibility. However, that's one scenario. One scenario. It may be. Now, the thing about it is with these two going on, you know, reuniting together, it may be a short reunion. However, it may be the other way around where Giulia and Stephanie will lose this match. That could be another situation They may lose the matchup. They may have issues too, but there may not be a situation where they have issues. They may lose because they were just outnumbered. Maybe somebody comes in on Cora and Roxanne's aid. Maybe someone comes on there to help these two out and causing them to get the win of the match and Stephanie and Giulia to lose. And remember, Stephanie did say when she came in via satellite at the very last NXT episode on USA Network when Roxanne and Giulia had a face to face that no matter who wins October 1st, which was Roxanne retaining her belt, she's coming for the NXT Women's Championship. So she has an agenda herself. I do have a common enemy with you, Julia, but make no mistake about it, I still plan on coming for the NXT Women's Champion, whether you're champion or not, or whether Roxanne's still champion. So let's not get it twisted here. However, the reason they may lose the match, like I said, outnumbered, we got to remember Delta will debut. She did a vignette. I talked about this before. She did a vignette. She's booked as a heel character. She may come in during this matchup with the tag team, and she may attack either Giulia or Stephanie or both, whoever she attacks. And it's going to cause Roxanne and Cora to get the advantage on them, and it caused Cora and Roxanne to win the tag team match. And Delta also may have an agenda, meaning she doesn't want Giulia nor Stephanie to get close to the NXT Women's Championship. Maybe she feel like she is the one to come in and challenge Roxanne for that championship, you know, because when Delta does make that statement, it could be easily said, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. You don't belong here. This ain't you. You just got here. Now you want to come in here and try to challenge people for the championship, and you ain't put in no work yet. So Giulia may make a shocking debut, and it'll be at the very, very end of the match. It could come in where we're thinking that Giulia and Stephanie are both closing in on their win against Cora and Roxanne, and then Delta comes out of nowhere, makes her debut in the ring, an appearance, and she comes in and she shocks everybody, thinking she may come after Cora and Roxanne. However, that's not the case. She instead attacks Stephanie and Giulia, or one, either both or one of them. It doesn't matter. It's going to cost them the match. That could be very well the case here. Do not be surprised if it comes down to that, where it makes them lose the whole matchup. So I'm just saying, it's happened before. It can happen again. It can very well happen. It can very well happen again. When you think if someone's going to debut and they be on the babyface side, it could be a heel. Maybe that is the case with Giulia when she makes her debut on NXT, because she will show up at Halloween Havoc. Now she's not no host or anything. I don't. She's not the host. She's debuting. I don't know who the host is for Halloween Havoc. It won't be her. I haven't heard her doing anything. She's not contracted to do any match, but she could be the one to interfere in this match here, whether it's the main event or opening match. I do expect this match here at Halloween Havoc to be either the main event, which I doubt because of Trick and Ethan. It's more likely going to be either right before the main event, which is Trick and Ethan for the NXT Championship, or the opening match of the whole PLE of Halloween Havoc. So expect that to happen as well, because this is one of the top feuds going on in NXT. I don't expect this to be a second or third match on a card. It's going to either be at the beginning or close to the end or the main event maybe. It could be one of those three situations. So look out for this tag team match to be at the opening, the main event, or right before the main event. Expect that to happen here. I'm expecting that to happen. And yes, I will cover NXT Halloween Havoc on Red Carpet Ring. But for now, I do see Giulia making her mark, and Stephanie making her mark in the tag team match because they want to get their hands on Cora Roxanne. For the past several weeks, they have been attacking them, getting the upper hand because they have not forgotten those two, Cora Julia, her NXT Women's Championship match against Roxanne. And Stephanie definitely has something to do, but this is a very well stacked tag team match. I think it's even. Julia and Stephanie, even against Cora Roxanne, very well stacked. But like I said, the X factor will be Delta. She'll be the X factor nonetheless. So expect that from her. I don't know when she gonna show up. She could come in from under the ring. Her music could hit or not hit. She could come through the crowds, through the side. I don't know where she's gonna come through, but I do expect her to make her mark. I definitely expect her to debut. And she either, like I said, Roxanne and Cora may pull the win on this one to keep Roxanne strong as NXT Women's Champion. She has not lost a match really since she's won this title for the second time and Stand and Deliver. It could keep her strong, but if she do somehow lose, it will be maybe issues with her Cora later on down the road. So it could go either way, guys. Either way. Either Cora and Roxanne lose or they win, or Stephanie and Julia will win or lose. It could be either situation. I will not rule out either way, but I would not be surprised if Roxanne comes in and she gets the dub for her team, her and Cora. So do not sleep on that for 1 second. That could be the case here. I see that very well being the case between these two because I do one goal for all four of these women. They all want to be the women's NXT champion. Roxanne already NXT Women's Champion, the reigning NXT Women's Champion. Cora Jade wants that title. Julia wants that title. Stephanie wants that title. And don't forget, I'm pretty sure Delta's going to want that title as well. That's going to be the number one goal for all these women. They're going to all want to become women's NXT champion. So everybody is coming out for each other. There are no friends, as they say, when it comes to whoever wants to become champion. You have allies for the time being, but somebody at some point is going to want their hands on that title. It remains to see who, but it's going to be a very interesting match. I can't wait to see how this is going to go down, what the finish is going to be. I cannot wait. All right, guys, that's all I have regarding Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia to face Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade at NXT Halloween Havoc. We will talk about the debut PLE match for Stephanie at Halloween Havoc. Let's see how she do with Giulia. Let's see if they team up. But you guys check out the links below to two videos.